In the next hour, take some gentle time to meditate over some of the most important aspects of your well-being. I'd like you to connect with only yourself, ignoring any outside distractions and deeply meditating from within. Begin by making yourself comfortable. Now, take a baseline reading of how your mind and body feels in this precise moment. Notice any tension, any mind chatter, and allow it all to start settling down. Bring your awareness to your breath, the gentle inhalations of life-giving air that you breathe in. As you breathe in and out, notice each cycle becoming longer and deeper. There's no need to change anything. It will happen as you focus on the breaths that you take. That's it. Becoming calmer, more focused, and beginning to relax. Observe any tension starting to melt away, and any mind chatter dissolving as you become more present. Now, consciously give up any tense energy that resides in your body. Working your way down, scan your body from head to toe, allowing your muscles to ease. Sense the skin on your face descend with natural gravity. Your eyes soften and your jaw widens. The muscles behind your ears, allow them to listen now with much more focus. Any constrictive tension in your throat and neck area is relieved, now open for internal communication. Barriers of understanding are removed as your shoulders descend and the tops of your arms loosen. Your chest exhales away any frustrations that may hinder your inward observations. Any anxieties fade from your abdomen, bringing your awareness of calmness to a new height. Stillness is felt in your hips and lower back, where patience begins to form. As you breathe in a much more natural way now, your legs become grounded with a heaviness that creates a deeper state of awareness. Allowing the meditative state to deepen, your ankles loosen, your feet and toes now softening as your body becomes comfortable. Each arm glides downwards, encouraging your hands into a receiving posture. As your mind is now clear and very much focused on yourself, you bring yourself back to your breath. You are now ready to begin balancing your well-being. What is well-being? It is the state of mind where you feel that you can focus, relax, interact, and see a path forwards freely. There are 18 words to progress through in this meditation, and every one of them will become more balanced as you focus on them. When you do think about these words, concentrate on what they mean without bringing in outside circumstances or thoughts. As you meditate to the words, imagine yourself in a safe and shell-like state, where nothing of the outside world gets in. Absorb the positivity of the words and allow the process to bring you some peace. Now, being a little more comfortable and calmer, your journey to improving your well-being will begin. Hope. Hope is a very positive word. There is nothing negative about it. It is the belief that something will manifest to help solve a problem, or having the idea that there could be a turnaround to change things for the better. It's always good to have hope in situations where you know things could change. Hope is a motivator, possibly a catalyst in making things happen. Sometimes focus and hope can be misaligned and unbalanced, meaning that if your instinct is telling you that something could be impossible and you know it, a negative situation could be extended. Hope can be a very influential feeling in keeping your attention fixed in thinking that something will happen. From a grounded perspective, observe the circumstances in your life that hope is part of, and meditate on these. First of all, remove any negative blocks by discounting the situations where you know hope may be misaligned on a completely impossible outcome. Feel it in your heart, sense it in your mind, but be gentle with yourself as you do this. There are lots of possibilities in life. Only release those that you think are extending a situation that holds no change. Allow those unbalanced hopes to be let go. Breathe them out and away. Now consider the hopes you have that tend to your well-being. Only you know what is right for you. Again, feel it in your heart and in your mind. Observing the hopes that have a possibility of change, recharge those hopes as you breathe in, releasing your control to the universe. Now feeling slightly more relaxed, you take a moment to breathe in positivity and expel negativity in each breath cycle. Worry. Worry is the process of thinking that something bad will happen, when in most cases, it would never come to be. You may have negative thoughts, or your mind may run off into different directions, branching far out from the truth of a situation. If you are worried about something, any action you take may be different because of a biased view of judgment. Observing any worries you have, concentrate on the most prominent ones. As you think about the mind chatter and thoughts that surround these worries, they reduce as you breathe calmness into your mind. Shrinking backwards, these worries now take up less headspace, allowing you to see them for what they truly are. Worries can become like an overgrown garden. It is only when you tend to this garden that you then see some organization. See the garden in your mind and begin to neaten it with your awareness. There may be different and separate areas where there is grass, flowers, and a patio. Clear away any overgrown worries and begin to see a more pleasing space in your mind. As you trim, prune, tidy, and organize, the space feels larger and less overwhelming. Relax now in your garden as you breathe away your worries. You may perhaps sense relief in this moment as you observe clearer thinking, or even space to think. Breathing in relief, allow your mind to clear further. Expectations. Expectation is the degree of faith you have in something. It is a perceived and calculated estimate of how something will transpire. Expectations are based on experience and knowledge. It's sometimes better to have lower expectations so as not to be disappointed. But here's the thing. If your focus is completely fixed on a goal or a situation, then the work you put in will be nearer your expectation. For example, people learning to play the piano do so with the expectation of playing well and reading music. The truth is that every single one of us is different, and that there will be a variation in how long it takes each person to learn. As long as you focus your attention with action, then the closer to your imagined perception will be. practice an expectation of becoming the most relaxed you have ever been right now. Think about your expectation and where it will be placed on a scale of 1 to 10. Now concentrating on nothing else but being relaxed, breathe your way gently to a most calm state. Consider nothing else but calmness and relaxation in this moment. Place your attention and focus on being ever so relaxed. How did you fare on your scale of 1 to 10? I am sure that you excelled on a higher score than you perceived. Trying again, breathe your expectations in and breathe out any pessimism. You are doing beautifully. The thing with expectation is that it can be improved as long as the work you put in is focused. Inner strength. Inner strength is the willpower you have inside yourself, powered by patience and determination. The experience of inner strength can be found in life every day and in various ways, perhaps with family life, work, or something else. The mental strength you have inside is derived from making something work, possibly a relationship, a job, or a project you are participating in. It is also the energy that helps deflect negativity, or even negative people from dissuading you off your course. Clear any negative mind chatter and misaligned energy now, as you feel your inner strength build in this moment. A feeling of heaviness, clearness in thinking, or courage may be experienced. Inner strength is usually drawn when you are outside your comfort zone. There may be times when you had to continue through a stressful situation and triumphed. You may have sensed a feeling of strength, clearness, or peace. Like climbing a mountain, there will be obstacles in your way. The weather may not be the best, and your own doubts could creep in. Think now that you have climbed that mountain and made it to the top. You have overcome anything that stood in your way with persistence and determination. If you can draw on your inner strength, you can recall the feelings you had when you made it through. Absorb every triumphant thought, feeling, and sensation as you breathe much easier breaths. Interaction. Interaction is quite a vital action. How you interact with others, and vice versa, creates a flow of energy, sometimes positive and sometimes negative. To build upon anything, a situation needs energy. If you feed it negativity, then that is what you'll get back. The same goes for positivity. Are there any areas that you could improve on? Perhaps there is a person who projects their negativity onto you. In this situation, you don't have to accept anything negative. You can observe as if you have a shield around yourself, imagining that nothing can get through your shield. You keep every bit of positivity. As you meditate to this idea, visualize an aura around your whole body, protecting all the positive energy you have inside. Sometimes when things get to a point, or frustrated with someone else's negativity, communicating with them can on occasion solve any friction. If you decide to do this, it's a good idea to analyze the situation first, and with your own judgment, then voice your concerns. Interaction is a balance of respect, which works both ways, and if you feel that you are not getting this from the other side, then there is an imbalance, which will affect your well-being. Continue to imagine the shield around you, keeping the positive energy in and the negative energy out. You can also use your breath to adjust the imbalance you become aware of. As you breathe in, imagine positive or plus symbols being inhaled, and as you breathe out, minus or negative symbols are expelled. Practice this visualization to keep yourself grounded. Breathing in, filling with positivity. Breathing out, expelling that of which you do not need. Indecisiveness. Indecisiveness is a hesitancy to do something that could either benefit you or not. It is the state of being cautious. There's nothing wrong with being cautious. It's a protective state that tries to balance what is good for you and what is not. If there is anything that causes you to delay a decision, ask yourself what it could be. Whatever is making you indecisive, it may stem from previous experiences or similar situations, or that you have been given reason to believe that it may not be for you. Usually your first gut instinct is the true reflection of how you feel. Making a decision about something requires a balance that benefits your well-being. You have to make the judgment of whether to go ahead or not. When making important decisions, Allow the facts of the situation to be shown. Observe what is real and disregard any fiction that your mind may convey. Only you can be sure of what makes you happy or comfortable to do. Check in with yourself first before going ahead. There are places in your body where you will find the signs. Your neck and shoulders are the obvious areas that will display true feelings. If they go up or become tense, this may indicate that more thinking is involved before making a decision. So too can your first natural reaction before committing. If you have thought something or said something, maybe a little more time to mull things over is needed. Your body, mind, and actions can tell you a plethora of indications. It's up to you to know yourself. Action. Action is the following through with an idea or an inspiration. It helps to move forward in life. Sometimes you are gifted from your efforts, and sometimes you can also fail, but you will be rewarded with feedback. Any action gives back a reflection, and it is how you perceive that mirror image that determines how you progress. If something works for you, then possibly you can recreate that action, improving your well-being further. If something on the other hand fails, at least you have tried and can look back and see where you can improve. Action is also needed to change direction for a new path or change of an outcome. If perhaps you feel cautious in moving forward with a situation, you can do it in small steps. It doesn't matter how small. With each small step comes progress, and you can find out whether your well-being is being nourished or not. If you can imagine something that seems so real, more often than not, you can manifest it in the actions of stepping forward. Actions help to improve your inner feelings and thoughts. In the act of doing, you learn more about yourself. Comfort zone. Your comfort zone is a state of mind where you only do things that you are comfortable with. Sometimes stepping outside your comfort zone is where you can expand your horizons and learn how to grow. Being outside your comfort zone is where you find out who you are and perhaps gain more knowledge of a subject, a person, or the world around. Is your comfort zone balanced? Are you doing enough to enlighten yourself and create new experiences? Is there something that you would like to do, but are not comfortable in proceeding with? Most of the time, preconceived ideas of how something is going to be can be far from what you think they are. Almost always, the enjoyment found in stretching out of your comfort zone far outweighs any preconceived ideas you may have had. Taking the first step into doing something offers the most insight. With the first step, which could be making a decision or starting something, you will find out what it's like. The great thing about this is that you can retreat back to your comfort zone if you need to. And you can also take the smallest steps if you wish. Pressure. Pressure can bring stress and anxiety, or even frustration as you work to get things done. Pressure is mainly a time-based feeling that can unbalance your focus. When you are under pressure, you call on your inner strength to get you through. Sometimes pressure can tell you a lot about yourself and your strengths. It's good to be observational as you progress through any tasks or circumstances. With pressure and an unbalanced focus on things, mistakes can often arise from the mind's need to get through it. Remain calm as best you can, balancing out your emotions, thinking, and actions. Take your time when under pressure. Patience here really is a virtue. Gratitude. Gratitude is the thankfulness you show towards the outside world and also inwards towards yourself. If no one said thank you, then the world would be quite a separated place. Here we are talking about the feeling of gratitude, being thankful for what we have, and taking the time to observe the beautiful things that surround us. Material objects and people can be cherished in very individual ways, from person to person. Each and every one of us is very different. You may cherish something that you worked hard for, or took a lot of time to nurture, like a relationship. Sometimes it's beneficial to take a step backwards and look at things from a different view. Perhaps what you feel gratitude for is now part of you, your own world. Take a moment to meditate on the things that you feel gratitude for. The inner voice. The inner voice can be a feeling or your intuition telling you how you truly feel about something. Usually the first thought that enters your mind can be the right one. But as you think more, perhaps your view may change. It's important to find the right voice to listen to. There is the inner voice, and there is also mind chatter that casts doubt on things. You can distinguish between these two voices, as you can feel it more than the other. There may be times where you become confused, and tuning in with some quiet time can help. As you listen to the inner opinions of your mind, ask yourself, which one connects with your heart. When you tune in and focus, there the answer will lie. Daydreams. Daydreaming is the visualization skill that you have to imagine an image in your mind that brings peace, joy, or happiness. You can daydream about a place, a goal, an object, or a person. With a little imagination, sometimes you feel as if you are living the conscious dream. Thinking about a positive situation that you would like to happen, sometimes you have to ask yourself, if you could achieve it, what would it take for it to really happen? It's also okay to just daydream, to allow your mind to drift with the imagined idea that you have. Your well-being will enjoy the imagination that you bring forward. If something is pulling you or reminding you of this daydream, then perhaps you could make steps to bring it into reality. Are you happy just thinking about it, or do you need to try to manifest it? The choice is yours. Meditate on this for a moment. Patience. Patience with yourself can hold many positive attributes. As you watch and observe, you can take your time to find an opportunity to improve something. Patience is about playing the waiting game for an opportunity that will open up for you. Often with patience, there can be frustration as the time that passes can seem prolonged. All good things come in time, and as you wait, check in with your focus. Are you realistic with how long something will take to happen? Or will this something actually transpire? Situations that you wait for and anticipate change for are usually made from a chain reaction of events that lead to this outcome. Check in with any changes that may be occurring in the background that may lead to the next stage. This way you can create a grounded perspective of the situation. You time. It's necessary for you to have some time for you. It helps you to grow as a person, keeping you grounded and being true to yourself. Space alone can provide many answers to the questions that you seek in life. Sometimes you will see an answer to something without even thinking about it. And there will be times where this is not so obvious. You may see a sign or something relatable that clicks an answer into place, even when you are not thinking about it. Time alone doing leisurely activities provide peace within, enjoyment, and satisfaction. It is also in these times that you find your true inner self and space from the interactions that you have. Allow these times to give reflection and awareness, allowing your mind to present things as they are. Doubt. Doubt is the lack of belief you have in something, based on mainly negative perceptions. If you think that something isn't working or is not going to work, there may be cause to think this. It may be that you have knowledge or experience of a situation, and that is the one deciding factor for you. Doubt usually occurs when you have had a bad experience of something. That doesn't mean it's going to happen again. You have to make the choice to believe or not from a very grounded position. It is then up to you in the chance of opportunity. Balanced thinking and basing your assumptions on facts rather than past experiences can help. Self-worth. Self-worth is the inner voice that can bring motivation or distance to the connection that you have with yourself. You should always feel positive about yourself, and if not, only you can change the things you're not happy about. It's not up to others to reflect a negative view of your personality. Self-worth comes from a higher perspective, very separate from everything else. Self-worth denotes your confidence, your outward projection, and actions taken. The balance of self-worth should always be in your favor. The little voice in your head can be silenced by focusing on your skills and strengths. If your self-worth seems to diminish around certain people or situations, then perhaps this might have cause for change. Again, only you can decide upon this. Positivity. Positivity is the vibe you share with yourself and others. It is the one thing that can propel you forwards. The more you focus and retain your awareness of something with good feeling and respect, then the more enjoyable a situation can be. The respect has to flow both ways to create a circuit of positivity. You have to like doing something, and most times there is a reward from the other side. The reward may be peace, enjoyment, fulfillment, or even monetary. To balance out positivity is to balance out your life in general. Your positivity can be affected by the people around you, your circumstances, and many other things. Inside, you can always shine greater with belief in yourself and forward actions. Staying true to yourself provides a steady flow of positive energy. Feel the positivity you have beginning to grow as you meditate on your flow. self-care. It's important to look after yourself, and self-care can be many things to many people. It involves the balancing of well-being, both mentally and physically. This is where mindfulness plays its part. The more observant of what affects you both in mind and body, then the easier it will be to negate whether something is good or bad for you. Being present plays a crucial part in your well-being and self-care. The art of noticing what makes you feel good and bad is done by being in touch with your true self. When you are enjoying something, or even doing something you know will eventually benefit your well-being, you are balanced. Now, as you relax further and meditate on the aspects covered, you can ponder over what is important to you. As I guide you into a very relaxed state, with the peace of mind you may have found, you can either get up when you feel ready or simply fall asleep. Feel every part of your consciousness bathe in the clearness that it experiences. A calm, quiet mind that has space to think. Every emotion and sensation steady, with the sense of being grounded. Allow that feeling to lower down through your body. Sense the stillness of this moment in your face as your eyes soften and your skin begins to droop with calmness. Tranquility is the expression now on your face. Now down to your neck and throat area. Every bit of looseness is now felt as you begin to relax. Your shoulders gently descend in unison with your peaceful mind, the tops of your arms sliding downwards. A softer back and lower back provides easy breathing for your chest as you slowly breathe deep cycles of peace. Heaviness presents itself in your hips and thighs, bringing a grounded sense to the rest of your body and mind. As your calves loosen, your ankles unlock the natural position needed for your feet to rest, each toe now splaying, possibly tingling in the positive energy that they experience. As your mind state transcends deeper, your arms descend to allow your wrists, hands and fingers to softly rest. Everything is quiet, peaceful, and comfortable. No outside sounds can be heard as you enjoy every positive sensation. If you're ready to end this meditation, you can do so. Or if you want to fall asleep, you can if you wish. Now filled with positivity and a present mind, your well-being is now balanced.